Today is day 4 of 7 on the Arizona Peace Trail, which marks the halfway point of our off-road adventure. If you've stuck with us this long, then you know we've started in Parker and have already driven north up through Havasu, Kingman, and the Wallapai Mountains, where we descended south past Wickiup to our campsite last night, located just north of Alamo Lake. In total, we have traveled just about 400 miles over 3 days, which can be watched in our previous 3 videos. Today is a big driving day for us because we need to get to Salome by sunset, which makes today the furthest leg of our trip so far. If we hit all the spurs on the way to Salome, then we expect about 150 off-road miles, which will require us to keep a close eye on our moving average, fuel consumption, and daylight. If you're not familiar with our channel, Off-Road Destinations, my name is Darren, and with me is my dad, Kirk. Today, we are coming up on the halfway point of our 1-week Arizona Peace Trail adventure. If you enjoy off-road adventures with some fun facts along the way, then buckle up, because we're on day 4 of the Arizona Peace Trail, and we're bringing you along for the ride. Well guys, welcome back to day 4 on the Arizona Peace Trail. We tent camped last night and it was absolutely perfect. If you're just tuning in, we're doing the Peace Trail in March and the weather has been flawless. Anyways, we tent camped last night. Today our goal is to hit Salome, and when we get to Salome we do have a hotel and a hot shower waiting for us. Right now we are on the way to the McCracken Rockhouse. That is the first spur on our adventure today. We are off of the Peace Trail, but we are going to check out the McCracken Rockhouse before continuing our travel south towards Alamo Lake. Oh man, yep, that's quite a climb there.
Little bit low drive, huh?
Take it easy on this next part, a little washed out. That's a reminder, you need higher ground clearance to get through some of this stuff, guys.
Good morning. It's day 4 on the Arizona Peace Trail. We hit our first spur. We got the McCracken Rockhouse behind us. Let's go check it out. So there's one thing that always stands the test of time, and that's rock and concrete.
Yep. They probably got all the stone from this mountain right behind us. Wow.
Okay,
this place actually looks really nice.
This is a lot cleaner than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a bit more of a dump.
Heck, there's a broom in here.
This is a bar. Hey, go get behind the bar.
Hey.
Check that out. Look at this.
Cocktail it up. Let's go, man.
That's cool, man.
Where's the cooler?
We got all these empty bottles up here. Got some shelves. A clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. That's not lost on me. Whoever did that.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, got a
Pretty
fireplace.
amazing. Yes.
This
Got
is a place
lunch table over here.
we could have stayed. We literally camped. What do you think? 3 miles down the road, and we could have stayed here.
Yep. Wow.
Wow, look at this view. It's our view here out of the window. Parked over there. All right, Dad, you ready to get on out of here and head up our next spur down the Arizona Peace Trail?
I am. Let's move on.
Let's do it.
The McCracken Rockhouse is a cool spur. Definitely don't miss it if you're doing the Arizona Peace Trail. On day 4 of the Arizona Peace Trail, guys, I have also developed more of an opinion on this adventure too. I am definitely enjoying it, but we vastly underestimated how demanding the trail would be on our vehicles and on our bodies too. Don't get me wrong, we love off-roading, we love being out here, we look forward to the next half of this trip this week, but ultimately this is not a trail for the faint of heart, guys. This is the real deal. 1 week is barely enough time for us to get through and see everything. Also, just because it's a marked trail, don't be deceived. Some of the terrain here is pretty gnarly. Nothing a side-by-side can't handle or a nice Jeep. Be prepared for real off-roading. It's not just take some fire roads wherever you're going. Not at all. Little bit of a drop off here. Ease into it.
Thank you.
We got fighter jets playing games behind us here.
Where are they now? I can't see them.
Too slow, Pops, too slow. You're dead from those fighter jets.
Yeah, I am, because I can't see either hair of them.
You can plan all you want on the Peace Trail, but sometimes you just end up behind tractors. We got past those vehicles, which is nice. Probably only a 10-minute delay. Not too bad. Check out all these Saguaro cactuses everywhere.
Oh yeah, I see them. Wow, it's like a forest.
Hey, so for our next spur, it's more of a, I don't know if you call it a spur, more of a waypoint. on the official Arizona Peace Trail waypoints, there's something on there called Giant Saguaro, like a big cactus, off of the trail, right off the Peace Trail. I'm walking through the through the desert right now trying to find it. I have my GPS in my hand, and I'm literally just trying to follow where I need to go. But let's see if we can find this Giant Saguaro. Well, I am literally standing on the location on the GPS of where this Giant Saguaro is marked.
It must be this whole area.
I don't physically see anything, so
well, unless it's that one.
It must be this whole area.
What about that one?
Dad thinks it is one. It just looks like a normal Saguaro to me. It just looks normal, Dad. All of these look the same.
They're all huge.
They're all big. I'm thinking that waypoint might just be this whole
area.
So
yeah, because there's not one that really stands out amongst the rest of the giants.
Yeah.
All right, ready to rock and roll.
All right, well, we just finished checking out the giant Saguaros out here, but it's cool. I'll say this, if you download my Gaia GPS tracks, you'll see that I walked around this area. It'll be all weird and confusing, but yeah, just know I didn't really find any specific plan.
These aren't necessarily canyons, but they are kind of cool. So I guess the rain's hard, no going on the Peace Trail, because these are like right in the middle of stream beds.
If I learned anything about the Peace Trail, it's if there's any kind of weather, you gotta really consider if you want to go on the Peace Trail. Little bit of a rock patch there.
Yeah, it's like the bottom of a stream bed.
Today, guys, is a big stretch. I am going to be rolling in eco mode. I do enjoy the fun power of the Can-Am in performance mode, but just ensure that I don't run out of fuel. I'm making sure to just go eco mode. Got some flowers blooming. Look over here off to the left, Kirk. I see Alamo Lake.
Yep, how cool is that? I wonder if they have different crews that come out here, probably volunteer, that keep this road accessible.
That's exactly what it is. Volunteers come out and fix the Arizona Peace Trail.
I bet they have different volunteers for different sections of it, whether it's Yuma or Wallapai or Havasu or any of those.
If I'm not mistaken, different off-road clubs take responsibility for different parts of the trail.
Oh, that would make total sense, yeah.
And there is Alamo Lake. That is beautiful in the morning.
Just a little bit, yeah, you'll be coming up to the road where you gotta take a right.
Copy that. We are now headed towards Maggie's Wash. There's so much different terrain, of course, but my favorite is the Orange Rock in Arizona.
Another area where you'd have a real difficult time with one of those four-wheel drive vans, you know.
Maggie's Wash is pretty cool, guys. This is definitely a must-stop on the Arizona Peace Trail. I'd say Maggie's Wash is a highlight for sure.
Like every single spur we go to, it's a friggin' highlight. It's awesome. Gotta add it to the Arizona Peace Trail to-do list for sure. How far back do you think this goes? Yeah, I mean, who knows how far this goes, which is cool. But yeah, maybe we should find a spot and then have our drink, turn around, and head back.
I will say if we could do a loop. I can see if we go to the end of that red line, if you're looking at the spur, you can go to the end of the red line, turn left on a trail, and then you can circle back.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. If you want to do that, we could do that.
Why don't we do that? If we're going to be posting our tracks, we might as well have cool loops and stuff, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Besides that, it would be probably just about as far to go back as it would be to continue to go forward.
Seems like we're actually making pretty good time today.
Oh, that's good to hear.
So we are now approaching the bus crossing, which is our first and likely only water crossing on the Arizona Peace Trail. And apparently there's an old bus that has been lost with time there that helps identify the water crossing. I see the old school bus.
Oh, yep, I do too.
Fun fact, the bus was lost underwater after Alamo Lake filled with water following the completion of Alamo Dam in 1968 on the Bill Williams River. Low water levels revealed the bus in the late 1980s.
Wow.
We need to go search for the water crossing now.
Yep.
This is it here. Water crossing is no problem.
Yeah, it's pretty much a piece of cake. Just like an oversized puddle is what it is, actually.
This is that silt that just stays in the air.
Yeah, I'll let you get ahead a little bit before I move out. Wow, did you see those mud puddles? Oh my gosh.
I'm just about to hit the Oasis RV park for fuel.
Alright.
So we just got to the Wayside Oasis RV park looking for fuel, but it looks like they're actually closed today, which is Tuesday. We're in the process now of texting a number to see if we can get fuel, but this is definitely a pretty critical stop for us. Hopefully they can text back and activate the pump for us somehow, because we definitely need fuel to continue on. So far, not a great experience at the Wayside Oasis RV park. There's nobody on staff, nobody working. There's no way to get fuel. We've texted a number. I got no response, you know. So we're trying to figure out if there's a camp host or what we're gonna do next. But I guess stay tuned and we'll keep you in the loop. So no one has texted me back from this RV park. Kind of frustrating, to be honest. They say they support the Arizona Peace Trail, but we've gotten no support here. So our original plan was to go to the Tres Alamos waterfall located on the map that I'm about to put up on the screen. But that adds quite a bit of distance to our ride, and we would definitely need this extra fuel to do that. So I've mapped it from where we are right now all the way to Salome. And if we kind of stay on the trail and just stick with that, we're probably looking at about 70 miles. Kirk and I have half a tank left and an extra 5 gallons sitting on the floor. That 5 gallons will probably take us another 50 miles. So we anticipate we have about 100 miles total that we can do. That's cutting it close for off-roading, but you know, I don't think that we have a choice. We have to make a judgment call here, and it's unfortunate we have to skip Tres Alamos waterfall because this Oasis park is just unresponsive. Looks like they're probably closed on Monday and Tuesday, but their after hours text message didn't work. So plan ahead, guys. This is kind of why we're doing it too. So if you guys decide to do the Peace Trail, you know what to expect. There's no other fuel around here. So if you're counting on this for fuel, you better make sure that they're going to be open and they can support you. So hopefully it was just an off day for them. I don't want to knock them too hard because you know, we do appreciate them when they probably are here and it does work, but it does leave us a little bit frustrated because we have to cut our day slightly shorter. But it is what it is. We'll get back on the road and we'll head directly to Salome.
And people that do the Arizona Peace Trail, they do it every day of the week, not just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, also Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, the Arizona Peace Trail is going to grow in popularity over time too. So you guys have to step up your game, and you have to be here to support the off-roaders, or else people aren't going to rely on you guys. So anyways, we're moving on.
By Wayside Oasis RV Park. There will be no fuel for us today. All right, we'll keep it less than 6,000 RPM to conserve on fuel. I'm at about 5,500 RPM at 42 miles an hour, so we'll probably sit on that for a bit.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Kirk and I talked about a plan B. If it turns out we're cutting fuel too tight and we're going to run out, what we're probably going to do is dump the full 10 gallons, or at least dump some of mine into his, or vice versa, to try to buy us a little bit extra mileage where one person can go fetch some fuel and come back to deliver it to get us the rest of the way. We don't expect that to happen, but it is a contingency plan just in case. I don't know if we're getting past these guys. What do you think?
Well, not unless they get out of the road, which they might.
I feel like this is like a standoff right now. What should we do?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you could conceivably go up and around to the left of them, huh?
Don't get too close in case I have to shove it in reverse.
All right.
Hey, we're friends. We're all friends. If I learned anything about the Peace Trail, it's full of surprises.
That's a good slogan.
All right, I think we made it through. There it is. We'll go down and take a break.
So I never thought I'd be excited to see a saguaro cactus, but check this out. This is a crested saguaro cactus. Get a closer look. There's only about 2,200 known crested saguaros throughout the desert. It happens one out of every 200,000 saguaros. The reason is nobody knows. They theorize that it might be because of frost, because they're generally found in more higher elevations. But man, it doesn't seem like much, but it's rare, very rare, and it's cool to see on the Peace Trail. Let's head on back out.
Oh, they just ran across the road in front of me. As long as they don't run at me, I'm okay.
This is where we'll be parking.
Okay.
Home to 10,000 troops during World War II, Camp Bouse was so extremely top secret, it was not even listed with a dozen other training camps. The camp was used to research a top secret weapon program known as Project Canal Defense Light, or CDL for short. CDL was basically a high-powered searchlight mounted to an M3A1 tank where soldiers could aim a beam of light using a 2-inch slot in a specifically fitted turret. Nicknamed the Gizmo, CDL effectively disabled the enemy by temporarily blinding them and causing disorientation. The project was so secretive, leaking information guaranteed imprisonment or even execution by virtue of the Espionage Act of 1917. In the end, CDL never made it to D-Day and was only used to illuminate river crossings and provide security during night advances.
Well, that was cool. We just checked out Camp Bouse, and now we are approaching Salome. Current time right now looks like it's about 3:30. We're closing on 4 p.m. It does get dark out here at around 6:30, so I think we are ahead of schedule a little bit, probably because we didn't go to those waterfalls. It's still a bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So I think we might have one more spur left, and if you stick around, we'll definitely be checking that out soon. Ooh, slow down for that. Don't hit that one with speed.
All right.
Bottom my front end. My bumper beer may be toast, I don't know. I did replace my skid plate with the metal one, steel, so hopefully that took the brunt of it. That was a pretty hard hit. We should be going through this mountain range up here, and I think Salome is on the backside.
Did you throw it low?
I'm dropping it down to 4-wheel low.
Yeah, I'm already in 4-wheel low.
Yep, this is a good little rock crawl here.
Definitely some good rock crawling. So where does this take us, this offshoot here?
So we just turned off the Arizona Peace Trail, and we're on the last spur of the day. This is the Indian Springs Prisoner Rock Quarry.
You're dirty, Dad.
I am a dirty dad. Yes, I am.
Man, I actually, side note, I hit my freaking brush guard huge. I actually didn't know if I had a bumper beer left. I hit it so good.
Well, really?
Yeah,
What did you hit it on?
caught it on film too. Oh
That
man,
one,
that part I warned you. I was actually thinking if one of us loses the bumper beer, we have to chug the other ones. How about that?
There you go.
So what did you see over here? You called me over here.
Yeah, it's a neat cave, and it looks like somebody's made something out of it. It's one of the bigger caves I've seen that are
Oh man,
man-made.
this is cool.
I mean, you could.
Whoa, watch your step there. Oh, it's nice and cool down here, isn't it?
It is. It's very cool.
Oh, this is neat. What do you think? We have a couple snacks here, and then just chill, and we'll be on our way.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Cool. This was an old granite quarry, with some of the rock being used to build the West Wing addition of Arizona's Capitol building in Phoenix in 1939, and there are still some stones lying around with the drill holes used to split the rock.
This is cool.
Yep, it is cool.
Put your hand out the window and give one a high five.
I don't think so.
Well, we made it. Stanford Inn Motel, guys. Oh, it was a long day. We were what were driving time today? What 9 hours?
9 hours. Yep.
9 hours, 140 miles. We cut our fuel really close, but it did work out, and we're happy to have made it here. So as a reminder, every other night we were gonna do tent camping, hotel, and tonight, yes, it's a hotel night. So
And we got to have some burgers, so we're happy with that. You know, not the desert food we normally cook, but burgers are good.
yeah, so at this point, we're gonna let you guys go. If you like what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification. Today was day 4. Tomorrow's day 5. We're heading to Yuma, and we got a lot more stuff planned. So we're excited.
There we go. Good night.
Good night, guys. But sometimes you do come across places like this that is just sad. There's just no happy ending. Somebody has come and decorated the flowers and all the graves for Kirk.
I found it.
Oh, he found one.
Here we
something.
go. This is